Hey guys, it's Wahima, but just call me Wah. Melanated! Welcome to my recap reaction of Cardi B's latest music video, Money and Girl. It is fire! Fire, 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 fire! It was so good. But let's just jump into some of the details. I took notes, so I'll be looking down. I'm in my car right now because this is the place where I could get the best lighting and the least amount of noise, even though you will be hearing some cars drive by, but let's just jump right into this. So what we first see is doors opening, and we see a wonderful woman of color giving us length. She is giving us body. She is in a Downtown Abbey-esque room, all wood paneling, and she seems to just be floating on an invisible stripper pole. She's doing those moves, she's got lines, she's giving us angles, and it is apparent and immediate that this music video is going to be about women and women's bodies. And it is. The next scene that we end up going into is Cardi B in a tableau in the same part of this like Downton Abbey-esque place, this, you know, an environment that you would associate with richness and opulence and old money. But she and her girls are all in geometric shapes, black and white. They've got these hats that are tilted. They have their makeup that's in the geometric shapes as well. They've got on power suits, but the titties are out. And it's just a casual comment on femininity and being powerful and what that means. And so we start the song out. Cardi's standing in one place. She's got on this like rays of sun, black rays of sun sort of outfit. I like morning sex. I like getting on a jet, something like that, you know what I'm saying? And I wasn't even really paying attention to the lyrics. It was more so about the beats and the way her and her dancers slash models moved and captured all of the little things that go into this song and the beats of the song, okay? The imagery, I'm gonna just say that initially this music video was giving me Beyonce Formation vibes. It was giving me a little bit of the Nicki Anaconda situation, as well as Lil' Kim, a good little homage to Lil' Kim, and those who have paved the ways iconically before Cardi. And I loved it. I loved it. You know, people want to say like, you know, I imagine there are some critics out there who says, oh, she copied this person, she copied that person, but it doesn't matter. Whoever that DP was, whoever was her artistic director of photography, I mean, they really gave us something that we wanted to see, something that was powerful for women. You saw women in different places where they were supposed to be slash weren't supposed to be. I really enjoyed the tableau of her being in that case, kind of showing off the female form with the Nefertiti head busk and with the Nefertiti headdress and her in all gold. And in that position that to me, is either a Nicki Minaj or a Rihanna throwback, because I feel like Rihanna was the first woman I saw get on hands and knees and twerk in a video. It was that bitch better have my money. Like, it was that music video. And you can say that it was a little bit of Nicki Minaj Anaconda in that position, or her statue in that Ripley's Believe It or Not case, but it was kind of giving me a little bit of both of that, like strong, powerful women in the game who are not afraid to show their bodies. They also had those suits on, which is kind of reminiscent of Beyonce and Jay-Z in the suits they were in Ape Shit. And I just really loved all of the imagery. It's like she pulled it all together and she gave us all of that. But what she also gave us is Cardi. So we did have the strippers. We did have the women, a lot of them, all of them with their butt cheeks out. We did have her in high fashion and glamour. We did have her in a high fashion glamour power suit feeding her baby. Breastfeeding a baby. And a dark-skinned baby at that. I felt very represented in this music video. I felt like it was women. I felt like it was women of color. I even thought I spied some of her Fashion Nova models in this music video. Like, did you guys not think that? There was the one Asian model who every time I go on the Fashion Nova website and look in her collection, I'm like, dang, this bitch is so pretty and she don't got no eyebrows. We have when the women are breaking into the bank, and I don't even think they're breaking into the bank. They're there to make deposits, legal deposits, honey. Okay, with their hats, with their suits, and their cheeks out, making deposits. And they open up the safe, and guess who's in that safe? It's Cardi B. Cardi's in the safe in the same position that Lil' Kim was in when she came out with her first album cover. I was too young to see Lil' Kim's album cover as anything more than like a girl just being desperate and showing her poom poom to all the people and not having any self-respect for herself. I was too much into the church at the time to really reflect and like see what Kim was doing as empowering. I just saw it as like being trashy. But as an adult, as hindsight, I realized that this was, while it was something that the males around her made her do, she did it and she owned it. And I think that Lil' Kim, we're not even talking about the fact that Lil' Kim just Michael Jacksed us. Lil' Kim just Michael Jacksed us. Like, Lil' Kim was looking like one person for so long, and then all of a sudden she wasn't looking like that person anymore. She just Michael Jacksoned us, and then no one's talking about it. But that's beside the point. So we do have that scene where she's inside the safe in the same position as Lil' Kim, and she's like doing the moves, and she's got the pop pop on the P, and then she goes back and she does like this stuff, which I think is very reminiscent of Beyonce. I feel like that's a Beyonce like move, and I just thought that she was like, you know what I'm saying, like hammer time. Like, I just loved it. I mean, Cardi was giving face. She knew exactly what was expected her in each scene. It was beautiful. It was so artistic. So then after that, we go into this angelic pose of her sitting naked on a white piano and just turning and giving us a side profile of herself. And she's just like, I mean, it was just so like, this is me and my yaki, you know what I'm saying? But boss bitch at the same time. And then even her hands being those like notes, I loved how stripped down the beat was. It was very simple. It was like bass and it was a little bit of like think. And she just changed stylistically up the way she rapped throughout the video, and I loved it. The whole imagery of her breastfeeding a baby in a power suit, in a like avant-garde power suit, was just so, it was so magical to me. It was just so like, what? A career woman breastfeeding, and what? I'm doing it. Pro woman. It was very you can do anything out there. And she still paid homage to her stripping life, which for a long time I felt like, okay, Cardi, you don't have to talk about being a stripper anymore. You don't have to talk about, okay, we get it. But I just felt like she really is like, look, nah, these women and these bitches in this club are working their asses off, doing what they need to do. And you will respect them. You will see the artistry in what they do. And I see that. You know what I'm saying? I see it. I loved the scene of her in the pink when they're still in the bank and they're all doing the dances with their legs open, and she's like doing moves like this, and they're all wearing pink with the same like little round hats. I like my niggas dark like Duce. So yeah, this song was written by Cardi B and produced by DJ White Did It, or Jay White Did It. By Jay White Did It. And I didn't really get to listen to the music as much because the song has been out for such a long time and I've not really paid attention to it. So I kind of feel like dumb trying to like break down the song when I'm sure people have already broken down the song. But it's just that music video was just so, like I said, I watched it 7 times. I've watched it twice without any music, just watching the different tableaus. I love the way the women had different asymmetrical lips or eyebrows or something random on their face, you know, as their makeup. I love how they owned every step that they took. I loved that she, even at the second scene of her breastfeeding where she's standing up and she's standing in a mirror and she's got that black wig on with the balls going up and she still has the baby in her arms with her power suit open, breastfeeding. I just thought that was such a great imagery, and it's just something that I haven't seen. I haven't seen it. I mean, maybe it's out there, but I have not seen it. And I think that it pushed the envelope just that little bit more. It really blew me away. I mean, I wasn't expecting much. I can honestly say that in the very beginning of it, I was just like, is she gonna show a bunch of ass and a bunch of women like shaking their asses and like blah, blah, blah. But then as I just kept watching it and I realized what it was, and it's like, yeah, why can't women shake their asses if they want to? All the women are wearing like blazers and high-powered suits, or like their take on a sexy high-powered suit, and shaking their asses, and why shouldn't they? They can get this money too. And they don't have to get it from shaking their asses. You can get it however you want to, but if one of those ways is shaking your ass, shake it. Then we see her, Cardi B, on the pole. She comes out, she spins around the pole, she goes up into that backward split, comes down, and then we see this really, really cool look of her on top of two women who are also on a pole. If I can get a picture of it, I'll put it in there too. I mean, these women are strong. These women are worthy. These women are beautiful. These women are making whatever they have work for them. And it is so empowering. She did such a good job. It's fire. I have to listen to the song more, obviously. I just love it. I mean, like, wouldn't you want that to be the legacy for your daughter? To be like, yeah, my mom did that. My mom paved a way in this world so that I could be whoever I wanted to be. I can change up who I was. I can change up who I am. I can be whoever and do whatever I want to be because I'm just as worthy as anybody else out there. That music video was a celebration. I love that Beyonce does celebration for women. I love that Cardi's doing celebrations for women. I love it. I love it when I can see celebration of women in music videos. Now, if we could just get a little bit more like body diversity, I'd be down with that. You know what I'm saying? If we could take a little bit of a Fenty, way to it. I feel like when Rihanna gives us a next music video or gives us a next song even, like, she's gonna have some thicky women in there, and I want to see that as well. I want to see some thick, I want to see some women with different body sizes. But that was my only critique. All right, you guys, let me know what you guys thought of the music video down below. I don't know a lot of the art imagery or a lot of the references that everybody's been talking about, but I can just know that from my guttural feeling and what I feel like as a Black woman or as a woman of color, I think that Cardi B gave us something really great to think about, and that her team took a lot of time and energy in putting it together. And I'm really proud of her and her ability to change up who she is, the game, and keep us moving forward and looking forward to the next thing that she puts out. All right, you guys, so let's have a kiki and a conversation down in the comment section. Let me know what you guys thought of this music video. I will have it linked below so you guys can check it out. I think that it's going to go down in history as one of the best music videos. If she doesn't win something for the MTV Music Video Awards, then, like, what are they even here for? All right, you guys, stay tuned for my Love After Lockup review with me and Chris Farah. It's going to surely be a fun time. You have a fantastic day. Remember to be you, be true, and find your place. Bye.